Another good win. Tough conditions out there, cold, wet, damp. I thought our defense, we asked the team to play with great energy and intensity, an energy level and intensity level that the opponent would not be able to match, and play with discipline and poise, and I thought we really flew around pretty good. Our defense just dominated them. It always starts up front. Gave them nothing, created turnovers, and dominated. Offensively, we made some really nice plays, but we left some out there for sure. Drop a long one, turn the ball over a few times. But also made some plays. Special teams contributed to points, and it's a good win. We did to the opponent what we needed to do, and we made another statement. So there's certainly room for improvement as a team. I know the offense staff won't be happy with their general execution. But I did think that Texas State had a pretty decent defense, and they were tough conditions for both offenses, but never happy about turning the ball over. And we had no penalties, that's awesome.
Last week you kind of joked about Jalen not getting into the end zone on his interception. What did you kind of like from him scoring today, and also kind of towards his play at the linebacker as well?
Yeah, both those guys sang the song. That's 2 in a row for Jalen. He's at the right place at the right time. And, when you fly around and do your job and whip them up front, you got a chance really to make those kind of plays on defense. And our defense is playing really good right now. And, as a team, we certainly passed that test on to the next one, but 24-hour rule to enjoy it. But, I'm sure we got a lot of guys on defense playing at a high level right now. It's hard for me to comment too deeply about anything, without watching the game, because I got so many things going on in my head during the game.
I know Jalen was kind of designated as that guy to replace Diamante going back to the spring. I know you guys, saw a lot of potential in him. So, 22 tackles, 2 picks now. How's he kind of lived up to what you saw in him now as his first year as a starter?
Yeah, well, that position's got to be a playmaker for us. Holloway was a playmaker. Dorsey was his backup. He became a playmaker. And Jalen Walker's a guy that we were always very high on. All he needed was an opportunity, reps, and repetition's the mother of learning. And I had 100% confidence that he would step in and do a great job, and he has.
You mentioned maybe the offense today, won't be happy with the execution. What particular areas do you feel like maybe lacked, today on that end?
Well, number one, you don't want to turn the ball over. I think we had 3 turnovers. And then, big drop on that one early in the game. 4th and 1 on the 1, don't convert. Get the ball down or don't come away with points. But I'm sure we did a lot of really good things too. And, at the end of the day, you want to get the result as a team, and we did.
This time last season, it seemed like the offense was struggling to really capitalize on the red zone, and you guys were able to put up a lot of really short touchdowns during this game. I mean, how important were those, less than 5-yard touchdowns, especially coming out of that fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think we've done a decent job this year up to this point, and it's always nice to have those short fields too, created by the defense. So, that's good. And hey, look. We've done a lot of good things on offense. We got good players. We got playmakers. Today it was kind of tough conditions to play offense for both teams, okay? And then you get a few guys nicked up, and you guys don't always know maybe what's going on during the game, and you're trying to manage a certain position to stay healthy for the next game and all the games after that, and, things go on. So, it's a good team win.
How do you coach through these tough conditions, especially when, you've got the wind blowing, it's cold and wet? I mean, how do you kind of keep these guys focused and relaxed when, it can get frustrating sometimes?
Yeah, well, I think the guys had the right mindset coming out. And, I thought they had good energy on the sideline for the most part. It was a long game because they threw the ball quite a bit, seemed like, and there were some turnovers, a lot of TV timeouts. But I think, when a team has a lot to play for and they're pulling for each other and they're competitors and you build a tradition and a culture like this, we feel like when we play at home, we got to play to a certain level. We're 46-2 at home over the last 7 years now. And our guys take a lot of pride in that. So I liked what I saw. Wasn't always perfect, but very rarely is.
This is the second straight week where Chauncey Logan's played big-time snaps at boundary corner. What have you kind of seen from him through 2 weeks? Kind of a
He started today and played most of the second half last week. So appeared he did pretty well when he was out there.
What does this say about Latrell Palmer? He scored 3 touchdowns today, but also he had a fumble early and fumbled last week. What does it say, kind of put those behind him and he can able to kind of turn around the rest of the game?
I think that says a lot about Latrell. He made some big plays as a freshman. He kind of carried the load for us last year because the other running backs were hurt, and he wasn't healthy. He was probably played at 70% the whole season. And, he kind of had to carry the load today for some various reasons too. And to overcome the fumble, he didn't let that get in his head. And, he's really grown up quite a bit.
Also, I know Solomon had a big catch kind of early in the game on the 46-yarder. What was it kind of like to see him kind of get back in the groove on the offensive side?
That was good to see too, and that was a big play in the game. And he outran those guys. He's been back practicing for about 2 weeks, but he missed about 6 weeks. And his injury was such that he wasn't able to condition while he was injured, so it's taken him a little while to get back to full speed.
Is there maybe a timetable on when Percy might get back to full speed?
Percy was available in an emergency situation today and ended up carrying the ball 6 times. And, probably could have played in the second half. I'm hopeful he'll be 100% next week.
What was the issue when Todd came off and went into the tent for a little bit at the end of
He just got the wind knocked down. Yeah. Anything else? All right, guys, thanks.